In a press conference held to coincide with the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Dr. Hosein said this organization continues to hold talks aimed at improving the lives of persons with disabilities holistically. However, Dr. Hosein focused on access to education, where he says children are turned away from enrolling in traditional schools because of their disabilities.
Yes, there are schools for the blind, schools for the deaf and hard of hearing, etc. There's the Princess Elizabeth Home. But the place to educate all our citizens, including our disabled citizens, is in the regular schools where the disabled and the able-bodied can meet and get to know one another, know what their problems are. It is because of a lack of this that the average citizen in this country reacts poorly and inappropriately to their disabled citizens.
Second Vice President Jamal Lagan noted that more needs to be done to educate people regarding the public health protocols, mandatory mask wearing, and hearing impaired persons.
But we are not sure if everybody in Trinidad and Tobago knows this. Does the police know this? No. And they're telling you must pull up your mask. You could be fined for that, but we are not sure if everybody knows about that part of the legislation because of COVID. So our community still continues to experience barriers in that area.
The TNT-DPI chairman sent an appeal for the inclusion of persons with disabilities for a more involved society.
We appeal to the national community. The time has come to normalize the involvement of the disabled. It ought not to be an exception. And we hope that you've listened to us, and while we appreciate those who act out of the goodness of their heart, we believe that our integration into society ought not to depend on the heart of any individual, but ought to be a standard normal practice of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
The theme of this year's commemoration of the International Day of Disabled Persons is leadership and participation of persons with disabilities toward an inclusive, accessible, and sustainable post-COVID-19 world. Ayanna Carter, TTT News.